Alright, hello everyone. So in this short video I want to go over the skill of rewriting the equation of a line. So if you look at these two examples here, or I rewrote them here, and I asked you what the slope of this line or these lines are, well, they're not in the form that we like it, right? Because we know that the equation of a line, the one we know, is y equals mx plus b. Right, so we ultimately want it in this form, and this is clearly not. Right, so we want the y by itself, right? So if I want to get the y by itself here, well, we had this negative 4x in the way, or this plus negative 4x. So to undo a negative 4x, what I can do is I can add a 4x. Right, so in general, you want to bring everything else to the other side. You want to get the y by itself. Okay, so if I get rid of this, then we'll have the 2y equal to, I could write 6 plus 4x, but I want mx plus b, right? So I want the x plus the number, so 4x plus 6, right? As long as I keep the sign in front of each, we can switch the order there. Okay, so y is not completely by itself just yet because there's a 2 in front, so how do I undo a 2? Well, it's 2 times y, right? Invisible multiplication. So to undo multiplication, we can divide. Okay, but remember when I divide, I have to divide everything. So I always like splitting it up, so I'm going to divide every single term by 2. Rather than doing the entire side by 2, I'd recommend always writing, the undo button's not working, always writing everything over 2. So divide everything by 2. Okay, so this will go away. So y equals, okay, so 4 divided by 2 is 2. So 2x plus, this is 3. So that would be my equation. Okay, because now I can tell you, okay, so now the slope of the line is 2. Right, and what's the y-intercept? Well, the y-intercept is 3, right, so that's my b. Okay, quick follow-up here. Does the point negative 1 comma 1 lie on this line? So remember, I could check by putting in the point, right? This is in x comma y. So if I put in the xy, it has to make it true, right? So if I put in the y is 1 equals 2. For the x, I could put in negative 1 plus 3. Okay, so 2 times negative 1 is negative 2. Okay, so negative 2 plus 3 is in fact 1. Right, so that is true, so that means it has to lie on the line. Right, because that's, remember what x and y are. X and y represent every point that lie on the line. Right, so if I change this to negative 1 comma 5, well, clearly that doesn't, that's no longer true, right? So negative 1, 5 isn't on the line, right? So if you want to check what points lie on the line, you could always use the equation. So every point that does lie makes the equation true. Okay, so let's try one more. So for this one, if I want to get the y by itself, right, so now we have a plus 3x. So to bring that to the other side, I could do a minus 3x. Okay, so that'll go away here. So we'll get 6y equals, what's it? I want mx plus b, so I want the x first, so it's a negative 3x. And then it's a 9, so just a positive 9. Okay, so I recommend keeping that order, so y equals mx. So it's sort of in that, it's sort of looking better now, but the 6 is in the way. So I can divide everything by 6. Okay, so this will ultimately come y equals, so 3 over 6 is, that's 1/2, right? So negative 1/2 x plus, okay, so this one I can't simplify, so those are both divisible by 3, right? So I can divide by 3, just like the first one, really. So 9 divided by 3 is 3, 6 divided by 3 is 2. Okay, so this would be my equation of this line. So negative 1/2 x plus 3 over 2. Okay, I know I have a negative slope, so we're going down 1 over 2, so a negative slope we know goes down going from left to right. So down 1 over 2. That negative. And then the y-intercept would be we're about 1.5. So you would start up at 1.5 and then follow your slope forever. Alright, so try this one, and you can let me know what you get. So 5x minus 2y equals 20. What would that look like in slope intercept form? Alright, so quickly go over this. So to be careful here because it's a negative 2y, so you're going to have to ultimately get rid of the negative 2. But first off, this 5x is in the way, right? So we could minus 5x. Okay, so we'll have a negative 2y equals negative 5x plus 20. So negative 5x, and then if it's not negative, it has to be positive, so plus 20. So we have to divide here by -2, so make sure that negative comes along with it. So if I divide everything by -2, well, here we're going to get a fraction we can't simplify, which is fine, but a negative divided by a negative is a positive, right? So this is just 5/2. So 5/2x, and 20 divided by -2 is a -10. So this would be my equation here. Okay, so my slope is 5/2, my y-intercept is -10. Okay, and you're going to practice with this later on just to show you. So some of the delta math topics deal with this. So which equation represents a line that's parallel? Right, so parallel, I know, is the same slope. But once again, a lot of these ones on delta math task quizzes won't be in slope intercept form, so we can rewrite it. This one's not too bad, because I know if I want to rewrite this, let me 5y minus 7x equals 30. So if I want to get the y by itself, I can add 7x. So if I add 7x to both sides, so that'll go away there. So we'll get 5y equals, so this is 7x and a 30. So 7x plus 30. And then we could divide by 5. But remember, for parallel, all we really care about is the same slope. So once I divide by 5, I could automatically see my slope here is 7/5, right? Mx plus b, so my m is 7/5. This you could simplify to plus 6 if you want to get the y-intercept, but it's going to be 7/5x plus 6. So mx plus b, so my m is 7/5. So I want to choose the answer choice with a slope of 7/5. So these are negative, so it can't be those. Not 5/7, but 7/5. So that'll be this answer choice. Okay. Or you might see some other questions. If I can find one here. So these types of questions, equation of a line that passes through this and is parallel. So once again, you want a line parallel to this. So first you have to get this in y equals mx form, right? So subtract the 4x, divide by 3. So find whatever slope it is. You don't really care about the y-intercept, but you need the same slope, and then you can plug in this point xy. So you have the xy, get your m from the same slope, and then you could plug that in to find the b. And then you have your equation. So those are the general steps. So really just one additional step of rewriting this first. Alright, so hopefully this video was helpful. And you could practice with the delta math at home.